Hey guys. So I'm here home from work. It's pretty slow tonight, but something crazy happened. This girl, okay, so I'll start from the beginning. I'm sitting because this is kind of important. But I was sitting in one place and I was in a parking lot and I get a call for somewhere that's 15 minutes away, and I was like, you know what, it's a slow night. It's a slow night, so I'll go ahead and drive the 15 minutes to get this person. So I drive out there, and it's a gated community, and so I have to show my ID and all that. So that takes a minute, and then I drive up to her house, and I'm waiting outside her house for 8 minutes. But I'm like, damn, it's already taken me this long. Whatever, I'll just sit here and wait. So I'm sitting there, and I'm vaping, in my car, and it's my car, so I can do whatever I want, right? I own it. And the girl gets in the car, I don't know, 30 seconds after I vape, she opened her door, to come outside. So she gets in the car and she's like, "Do you vape?" And I was like, "Yeah." "Why? Is that a problem or something?" And she's like, "I'm allergic to smoke." And I was like, "Oh, well, it's not smoke." And she's like, "No, thank you." And she gets out of the car. But what's weirder is when she first got in the car, I forgot to say this part, she opened the door and she's like, "Are you the Uber?" As if I was just a random person sitting in front of her house in her gated community. So, yeah, of course I'm the Uber. So then, and this isn't even where the story ends. So she gets out of the car and I'm trying to cancel it, and she lives in an area that's newer, so it's not no cell phone towers, so it's very spotty service. So I'm trying to cancel it, and it's just it's doing a little thing and it's not letting me. And then finally she goes in the house and she cancels it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So whatever, I got her cancellation fee because I had sat out there for so long. And then I drive away, and about 7 minutes later, I get another Uber call, and it's her again. And I'm like, okay, great. So I'm trying to cancel it, and I can't. And so then she cancels it. And of course, I have to keep on accepting Uber rides because that's my job, to accept Uber rides and pick people up and take them places. So I keep getting ride calls, and it keeps being her, but I can't see that it's her until after I accept the ride. So when you get a thing, it just tells you how long it'll take you to get to the destination. So it doesn't tell you you're going to whoever's house. It just tells you this is how long it's going to take you to get to this destination that you're about to accept, and that's it. So you can say no thanks, but I don't ever say no thanks, because then it could be a ride that I possibly wanted or whatever. It could be somebody else. It could be her neighbor. It could be somebody else. It's there's a lot of houses over here, so really it could be anybody. And by the third time, she sends me a message after I accept it, and she's like, "Can you stop accepting my rides?" And she's like, "I will call security." And I'm like, I'm not even in her gated community anymore. It's just that there's not a lot of people over here, so there's not going to be drivers over here other than me right now, because I drove all the way out here to pick you up. So I tried to respond, but before I could respond and tell her that I don't know who you are until I accept the ride, she cancels. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So this happens, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, 5 times she calls the Uber, gets me, and cancels. And so there's really 6 times, because the first time was the very initial time that she called me. So I keep on accepting it, and eventually when I accepted, it was somebody else and I went and picked them up. But yeah, so that was my fun for the night. She was not wanting to get in the car because she's allergic to vapor. So mean, the poor thing, she can't even take a shower or use a humidifier because that stuff is vapor, you know. I mean, she said she was allergic to smoke. I tried to tell her that smoke is not vapor, but I don't know. I guess if you're allergic to things that burn, then you're allergic to things that are gas. I think vapor is like gas. So, yeah, read the link. What link? What are you talking about? Anyway, so that's my story for tonight. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more Uber stories from me, the Uber driver, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.